Hi, I'm Sean Clark. We're in South Pasadena, California, the home of John Carpenter's classic Halloween. Welcome to Horror's Hallowed Grounds.
1, 2, 3, 4!
Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming. It's a little bit of a trek to the first location. They're not the friendliest people, just so you know, the ones that live on this street. So I wouldn't get too close to like stepping on their property beyond the sidewalk. But you know what? By the time they can do anything about it, we'll be gone. The residents are gonna love this. All right, guys, we're gonna head over to the Wallace and Doyle houses now to try to be respectful and not get arrested. Let's go.
Well, the trees, it's all grown over a little more. The trees are a little spookier.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Look at this guy. He's back. If you guys take a look over here, right across the street from the Doyle house, the house with the columns right there, that was where Jamie was banging on the door, asking for help, you know, and they turned the light on and then they turned it off and wouldn't help her. Now, obviously, the Wallace house right there has changed a great deal. They've done a lot of remodeling, and that whole garage and the upstairs area was added on later. And this house right here is I've been trick-or-treated to death tonight, which was actually Tommy's voice who said that.
Did I?
Yep, yes, absolutely was. Behind this house is the laundry room that Annie goes into. Yeah. This was the interior of the Doyle house, the closet scene and everything. They were shot inside this house. Yeah, you can see the roof of it back there, see? You can see it peeking through that's the roof of the laundry room.
Okay.
Yeah. And Tommy was saying that the fall from the first film, you know, the second film was from the front of the house that Dick did the stunt. From the first film, the fall was from the back of this house, where he fell off the balcony and showed him laying in the yard was behind this house. So next we're gonna head to Sierra Madre. Right on this pole, this was the Haddonfield Memorial Hospital sign was on this pole. Dick Warlock comes walking this way, and okay. Anyway, the guy does the little bouncy bounce right behind him. Yeah. So they actually bump into each other right over by that tree area, in that area.
So that's where Pamela parks over there.
She parks over there where those cars are, like where that white truck is.
Gotcha.
I believe this was the TV shop in Halloween 3. So the phone was right around here somewhere where Atkins is making the call, and she's parked over here waiting for him. You can see this in the background. Now, if you guys really want to freak out the people at the Buccaneer, the bar from Halloween 3 is over there. You're about to get busy. Is this where Tom Atkins peed? Awesome. Why, those damn kids? Why do they do it? It's like right here was where the Myers tombstone was stolen. You see the hole. We're here to pay our respects. You might recognize this wall over here is the one that Scout and Danielle and Christina Klebe are walking next to on their way home from school, and Brad Dourif pulls over and talks to them. That was along this wall here. And then right at this wall, where this wall ends, at the next corner, is where the shot starts of Jamie Lee Curtis and PJ walking around the corner going home from school, and that goes onto the Speed Kills Street. Michael drives by in the station wagon here. And right about here is where the station wagon stopped, right about there. So if we keep heading this way, on the corner up here is actually the Strode house from Rob Zombie's film. Just got some info from my man Rob here, who knows more than me. The Liar Liar house from Jim Carrey's film. They're more excited about the Liar Liar house. That's the Strode house from the Rob Zombie film. So if you look over here to the left, you'll see the school coming up. They've added this kind of second level that goes over the area that PJ and Jamie walk out from as they're leaving the school. That's where they walk out of. Those stairs weren't there. You can still see the entrance and the hallway that they came out of, but it definitely looks different. They've completely updated the whole building. And that's all they shot of the high school at this location. The classroom was at the elementary school that they shot Brian Andrews' Little Tommy Doyle. This is the front of the school that he's walking in front of, and it's also right there where Nancy Stevens meets with Dr. Loomis. And that's the classroom right there on the right side of the front door. That was the classroom that the Sam Hain was written on the chalkboard, and you will see where Tommy Doyle falls on the pumpkin. Okay, so next we're gonna be going to the Doyle and Wallace house from Rob Zombie's Halloween. I don't know, any big fans of that movie on here? Anybody? Okay, all right, there we got one. This was the Doyle house, 1960. Right here on the left-hand side, 1937 is the Wallace house. So this is where Daniel Harris tried to run out the door and he grabbed her and pulled her back in and the door slammed. This is Pee-wee's house if you haven't figured it out yet. And you can actually see where he had his bike stolen. Poor Pee-wee. If you're standing in between those two cars looking in this direction, that's the title shot where it says Halloween fades onto the screen. Oh. He wants to see it. There's PJ's house there. And then Annie's house is 1017. This guy knows the street. He knows the street.
Where are we on the shitter right here?
That's your house over there, 1017.
Where's the hedge we used?
This is the hedge right here. Yeah. Okay, guys, this is the last stop of the tour. Everybody's gonna make a beeline for that little spot that Jamie Lee Curtis sat with the pumpkin. And this is the Mustafa Cod tribute bench if you haven't seen it, right here. In between those two buildings, that was where the Myers house originally was in the film, before they moved it over there. Now, funny story, when I first came here, it was like 94, it was a vacant lot. This entire block, all the way up to the hardware store, was a vacant lot. And if you look closely in the movie, when they walk up and they walk up to the front door, you can see 3 stepping stones in the grass right here, in between the street and the sidewalk. They were still there when I first visited the house. I dug one up and put it in my backyard at home. So I got one of those fuckers. So, but this is where it was. Little do these people know. You know, they live on the spot where evil was born. Obviously, immediately recognized this alley. The police car at the end, Loomis running up to it. I shot him 6 times. It started up by that pole up there, his POV, coming back, going along the side of that building up there. Michael steps in, like, and it's kind of it's a POV shot, and he's looking at him. Then it cuts along here like this, goes to black, and goes along this wall right here. And this is the Elrod backyard. Like right around this corner is the kitchen. You can see it right here. That's the window to the Elrod kitchen right there. This corner right here is where Jamie walks up here, crosses the street here on her way to drop the keys off at the Myers house. Tommy Doyle then comes up from that street down there and meets her, and then they walk to the Myers house. You might recognize this fence here. This is where Ben Tramer, he comes walking up here, you know, sees the cop car pull up where you guys are standing. He turns around and, you know, walks back, cuts across the street over here. Let's go. I almost got hit when we shot this, so I advise everybody to be careful right now. So Ben Tramer crosses the street right here, you know, when he does the like, kind of thing. And then the van is parked up against this curb. The cop car hits the van, it slams him. It slams him into the van like right here, and that's where it blows up right here. But this is also the same curb where Tommy and Jamie meet in part 1. So, all right, so that's the Elrod house right there, the 716. So if you look, you can see, you know, the backyard from here, and you can see the door that Myers goes into the kitchen if you get over there and kind of take a close look without walking on their property. This is it, the hardware, Nichols Hardware right here. Woo! Come on over. You're pretty much right here.
Yeah. Pleasance was coming from over that way. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Someone broke into the hardware store, I think, and then probably kids. I think that's what it
You
is.
blame everything on kids.
Well, what do you?
All right, kids, we need to move on to the next one. If you want to see the new Myers house, they didn't really shoot too much inside the house. They shot them coming in, like the front door, and they shot a little bit in the living room area there where when William Forsythe got killed. But everything else, like the kitchen, the upstairs, even the stairway going upstairs was a different house.